This is Press Play by Evie, and today's episode is Take Stock. Oftentimes, we usually think that our lives are not making any movement. We are concerned, stressed out, always seeking to move to the next level. And when we believe that we have not, we get highly frustrated, discouraged, depressed, because we are beings that are always seeking to do better and be better. But I recently started reading some of my old texts because of a conversation I had with someone. They mentioned something about the month of April, and that got me to start checking my texts to just understand what exactly happened during that month. And while I was looking specifically for a conversation that was raised, I ended up just going through all my WhatsApp messages for the entire month of April. And essentially the conversation was that there was major changes in the month of April, right around the time that they received a particular gift. I did not think much of it, but it was just something interesting, and I thought, oh, really, was it? Because 2 months have passed since then, and I may not immediately recollect every single thing that happened then, especially if to my mind or conscious self there was nothing that was monumental or major that took place. But as I started going through the texts, I was pleasantly surprised. There was a lot happening in that month, and it got me to reflect on the importance of taking stock. Whether you will take stock and go read through your emails, read through your text messages and WhatsApp messages, just look through the pictures you took in a particular month, you will notice that a lot happened in that month, more than you consciously are aware of or admit to yourself, especially when you deem some of the activities not to be grand. And that is where perspective is really important. There are times in life where we find ourselves in a fix, and the fix is greater, or the problem, the challenge feels daunting and so present that we fail to see all the other things that are happening. We have tunnel vision, and the only thing that we can take note of or recognize are the problems or the challenges that are in front of us that we're facing. And when I took stock, I realized there was a monumental problem during that month, so much so that I failed to pay attention to all the many other things that happened. And there were so many great, beautiful things that happened, literal blessings and shifts that I did not take notice of because I had tunnel vision, and the stress, fear that was caused by this one problem overshadowed everything else. And as I went through these messages and photos that I had shared during that month, I just had a smile on my face because there was interesting shifts in my family space, interesting shifts from a space of career. And as much as it wasn't huge, especially when it comes to the career, there was something there that I completely forgot happened. And in addition to that, there was also a shift in my relationships new people that I met, people that I already knew, and there was a deepening or growth in the relationship. There was also a lot of joyous moments, and some really interesting milestones that when I look at them now, being free from that immediate stress of the challenges that I was going through, I realized what a blessed, beautiful month April was for me, and how much growth and changes happened for me and the people around me. But if you had asked me the same question in April, my perspective would have been different. I would have drawn your attention to this huge personal challenge that I was facing, that just felt overwhelming. And such is the case. Oftentimes, you perhaps have a project or a need, you need money, you do not have access to money to be able to do this project or take care of this need or emergency. So at that point, you cannot see anything else other than that issue and the stress that comes with trying to figure out, how am I going to solve this? And you miss out on all the many other wonderful things. And perhaps if your vision was able to open up to take a wider look at your life, take a 360 look at your life, you may be freed from the jail that is created from a state of panic, anxiety, stress, frustration, and discouragement. You may be able to say, there's this one thing that is not working out, but there are these other three things that seems to be going pretty great. And if these three things are going great, or even if it's just the one thing, and in that moment might seem very small or mundane compared to the mountain of problem that you might be facing. But that would be a source of encouragement, positivity, good energy that would then open up your mind, your heart, your soul to the possibility of finding a solution to this challenge. And oftentimes, once we are open to that, we do get the solution, and the solution may not always be in the limited way that we might be assuming. For example, if you are expecting money, your only solution would be, I need either maybe a raise from my place of work, I need somehow to generate more revenue. But what's interesting is the solution or help you need could come in a different way. It could come in the way that you're expecting. For example, maybe get a promotion you weren't expecting, or get an assignment where you paid money that you weren't expecting, or someone might send you the money, or at times it could be someone who, for example, if the challenge was you needed to settle a hospital bill or some kind of bill, have someone who just pays for that for you. And sometimes maybe you just asked or they heard about it. So the money may not come directly to you, but it might go to sort out that issue, or that particular bill might be waived off or discounted, or maybe you get a coupon, or you get some reprieve that would make the situation less burdensome. And there are numerous ways that this could come. And it may not just be about money, it could be about anything else. It could be about a tense relationship that you have with someone, and this could be resolved where maybe you have a conversation that begins to shift things for the both of you, or it could be you part ways. In the moment it is disastrous, but in retrospect you find that you were always holding your breath and now you can breathe, and maybe this was not the worst thing that happened to you. Or in some cases, distance could help the two of you have a different perspective or look, or it could lead to both of you identifying ways to improve how you communicate, how you show love or respect and kindness to yourself, to each other, and to others. So, taking stock is such a crucial activity in bringing us back to a state of gratitude, groundedness, hopefulness, and joy, because it helps us look at the small, the average, and the big things happening in our lives. And sometimes we'll see the blessings, and there are times you think, oh, I cannot believe that I went through that and had such a positive mindset given the circumstances, just from the tone of your messages, your emails, or the pictures. Or I can't believe I went through that and came out of that situation to be the person that I am today, in the state of mind, body, soul that I am today. I am so proud of myself. Or, oh, I can't believe this friend, this relative, this person came through for me in this way. Perhaps it's a message you'll see where someone sent you an encouraging message, or sent you some cash, and you will be so appreciative and think, I didn't even know we had that kind of relationship or friendship, that they would be this kind or this supportive or generous. And you would really look at the situation. But when you're in the thick of things, it often is difficult to take note of some of these things, and that is why taking stock is so important. So kindly give me your comments. Let me know what are the things you've taken stock of, what situations shifted because of taking stock, tips on how to take stock. Perhaps you could say you will do a monthly stock take, or a quarterly stock take, or annual, but I would suggest at least make it periodic, every so often. Don't wait until a whole year has passed to try and take stock of the whole year. Either you could do it weekly if possible, and actually weekly, monthly, or quarterly, and sometimes even daily, just small. At the end of the day, it's almost like asking, what was today like? Why did I react the way I reacted? Whether it was a reaction of joy or sadness or anger. Because even taking stock in the moment, in the day, can be very useful in helping you resolve whatever challenges are plaguing you, and giving you clarity as to why you move and speak the way that you do, and give you an opportunity to grow and improve. So thank you so much. As always, I look forward to getting your feedback, comments, tips, and I wish you a lovely and wonderful day.